Hello, Eisenhower artists. This week we're going to use the ABCs to make art. This year you're learning the letters of the alphabet, right? Do you know the letter A? Let's look at this book, and I want to show you some famous paintings. I love looking at famous paintings. This painting here was painted by the artist named Magritte. When we talk about artists, we call them by their last name. So his last name is Magritte. Let's look at his painting. I spy with my little eye something beginning with A. Can you see something on this painting beginning with the letter A? I see an apple. Okay, the next letter in the alphabet, the letter B. Do you know the letter B? I spy with my little eye something beginning with B. Let's look at this painting, painted by the famous artist named Rousseau. Something beginning with the letter B. Look closely. The letter B. B. I see it. Do you see the ball? B for ball. Okay, let's look at one more. Do you know the letter C? C. I spy with my little eye something beginning with C. Let's look at this famous painting by the artist named Hogarth. Look closely. We're looking for something beginning with the letter C. I see some girls. I see they're wearing dresses. I see a boy. I see a bird. Do you see something that starts with a C? There it is. Right there, I see a cat. Okay, my friends, we've looked at 3 paintings with the alphabet letters A, B, and C. Now we're going to draw some art using the letters of the alphabet. Okay, artists, get some blank paper and a pencil, and then you can use markers. Maybe you have colored pencils and crayons, any color supplies that you have today to draw with the ABCs. Okay, first we're going to draw with the letter A. So we're going to put a capital letter A in the middle of the page. Start at the top and put a dot. And then draw a diagonal line down, stop. Go back to the top and go diagonal down and stop. Then the A has this line across, right? That's your letter A. Now we're going to draw something using this letter A. We're going to add lines and shapes around the A, and you'll see a surprise picture. Okay, so go down here to the bottom, and you're going to connect these 2 parts for the A. Now it looks like a triangle with a line in the middle. Under this line, you're going to put another line. Okay, then under this triangle shape, we're going to put a line on this side, but leave a little piece sticking out right here. And then go over here and put a straight line down here. Now connect it at the bottom. Can you guess what we're drawing? Okay, inside this bottom square, somewhere like right here, put a line going down, another line going down, and connect it. All right, then in the middle of that square, put 2 lines. Now we're going to put 2 more squares on this shape. So to make a square, put 2 lines first, up and down like that, and then you connect the bottom and you connect the top. Okay, so 2 lines like that, connect the top, connect the bottom. Can you see what we're drawing yet? What does it look like? Right here on this top triangle, somewhere on the side, put a line going up, straight, go across, and then down, keep going down until it touches. You just drew a house from the letter A. Okay, let's put some smoke up here in the chimney. So make a curve, bump, bump, bumpy line. Bump, bump, bumpy, curvy line. And then let's put some wavy lines here for the grassy yard next to the house. All right, so let's add some color to your house. Now, I think I'm going to use markers today. Do you have markers? I'm going to make parts of my house blue. I'm going to make this square blue right here. And then I'm going to make the door blue. And I'm going to add color to this side. And in the middle, I'm going to make that yellow. Okay, and then the top of the house, I'm going to make brown. So with my marker, I'm going to cover up that pencil line and make this brown right here. Make this line brown, this line brown. The chimney is going to be brown. And then the house, I'm going to make it red right here. Red line for the house. Okay, now maybe you're not using markers today. Maybe you're using crayons. So I have a crayon, and what if I color this part of the roof brown? Okay, you use any color supplies that you have to add some color to your house. I'll color the chimney. Okay, make your color carefully, staying inside these shapes that you drew. Look how I'm going back and forth, side to side. You can turn your paper to make it easier to add color. Now when you're learning to add color like an artist, you want to keep going until all the white paper is covered up. Keep going, don't leave any white spots on this roof. Okay, I'm going to use a marker again and make this grassy hill a green line. And the smoke on top, I have a gray marker. I'm going to make that a gray line right on top of my pencil line. And I'm going to show you a trick for putting blue in the sky. If you have a blue crayon, I want you to try to peel some of this paper away from part of your crayon. Just peel that paper, okay? And then hold the crayon flat. You're not going to point it like we usually do for color. I want you to try something different. Hold it flat like this, and then rub it across the paper. Okay, I think I need to peel some more. So make sure you peel a big spot. Okay, now let's try. Lay it flat, hold it with your finger, hold the top, and push it across the paper, and look, I can add lots of blue very, very fast around my house and get a nice blue color in the sky. Okay, so try that. There's lots of ways to use crayons. The paper doesn't have to stay on the crayon. Okay, so I'm going to keep turning my paper, get into those little spots around the chimney. And this is a nice way to put a bunch of color on the page really fast. Look how fast that fills up the page. All right, friends, you just drew a house starting with the letter A. Remember, it was right here on the roof. Next, I'm going to show you a surprise drawing with the letter B. B. So, put your page sideways like this, not tall, sideways, right in the middle, draw a straight line. We're going to make the capital B. Okay, so then you start at the top and you go a big curve in and a big curve like that, right? Do you know the capital B? Okay, but now we're going to erase part of it. Just erase some of it right here to leave a space. And then erase this line right here. Some of it down here. We're going to turn this letter B into something. It's going to be a surprise. Okay, so at the top, right about at that edge right here at the top, make a big curve going like that. Okay, and then go over some right about here and make another curve. Follow that same curve and connect it with a bump. Okay, so make it curvy on the end like that. Now come back over here on this part of the B, right about there, and go back, another curve, keep going back, 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 and connect it like that with a bump. Then over here on this side of the B, we're going to make bumps like the letter M. Do you know the little letter M? It looks like this. The little letter M, lowercase, M like mom. So you know how your pencil goes up and down, making those bumps. Okay, so start over here on this side, and you're going to go bump, bump. Make sure you draw big, okay? Look how big I'm drawing on my page. Bump, bump, and connect it to that part of the B. Can you guess what we're drawing yet? Okay, over here on this part, under this curvy shape, put a dot right about there. And you're going to make a big curve like this. A big curve. And then you're going to go straight back like that. Go under this bumpy line and connect it with a curve. Okay, we're getting closer to finding out the surprise drawing. Right here in the middle of this shape, put a bump like this, a bump like this, and then connect it with a curve. Over here, we're going to put a big circle for an eye. And over here, we're going to put a little curve for a nose. And then a curve for a mouth. Can you guess what this is? Over here on the bunny's ears, we're going to put a curve like this. It's a bunny. And another curve like this on the bunny ear. Okay, you just made a bunny out of the letter B. So the bunny's going to be sitting on a hill. Put a big curve that goes down like that. A big curve that goes down. And let's add some color. I'm going to use a marker and draw this big curve that the bunny's sitting on this hill with lots of grass. And I'm going to draw little lines like this to make some grass. Just put some little dashes. At the top of the hill, you can put some lines like this. You decide how much grass you want to put on your hill. Maybe you want to put a flower on top of one of these pieces of grass. Okay, what color do I want to make the bunny? I think I'm going to make my bunny be blue. Your bunny can be any color you want. So I'm going to cover up those pencil lines that I did. There's the tail. Remember the shape was the letter B. The bunny's head and the belly. That's the bunny's big foot. And then the bunny arm. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot the ears. Bunnies have big ears. And for the eye, I'm going to make the eye black. And I'm going to add color inside and leave a little white space. There's the bunny nose and the mouth. And then I'm going to erase some of these extra pencil lines. That helps to make your drawing look nice and neat. You're practicing your artistic skills. You want your drawings to always look neat. Get rid of any extra pencil lines that are still showing. Okay, you drew a bunny starting with the letter B. All right, we have one more letter in the alphabet we're going to do today. What comes after the letter B? The letter C, right? Okay, friends, for the letter C, what do you think we're going to draw, starting with the letter C? Let's find out. So get a new piece of paper, put it sideways like this, not tall, put it sideways, okay? And you're going to draw a capital letter C, C. So that looks like this, right? You start at the top and you curve, and you curve, and you curve, and you go down, and you curve, and stop. The capital letter C. Okay, so let's draw something. We're going to change it into something. It'll be a surprise. Shout it out if you think you can guess. We're going to connect this to this. Go straight down, connect. We're going to start right about here with this dot and make a slanted line. That's called diagonal. Go out like that. And then I'll make another dot right about there. And then we're going to go down diagonal. Okay. Then go to this line, start right there, and curve, stop. Go to the end of this line, curve, and you're going to touch this one. Curve up and stop. Can you guess what it is? All right, let's keep going. Come up here to the top of the C, right about there. You're going to make a big curve up, stop, and then connect it down like that. Under the C, right about here, you're going to make a big curve, stop, and then connect it like that. Can you guess what it is? Okay, we're going to put a big eye, really, 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 really big right here. Okay, under the eye, we're going to put a mouth. So right here on the edge, you're going to make a bump, a line, and another bump under it. Those are fish lips. We're drawing a fish. Okay, inside this circle, we're going to put another circle that's smaller. And then behind the eye, we're going to put a big curve like this, two big curves. And then we're going to put some little curves. See how many you can fit? Okay, let's put some lines here on the fin. 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 3 here on the big tail fin. And let's put bubbles. Let's put some circles, small, medium, big ones, small ones. How many bubbles do you want to put? You just drew a fish from the letter C. Okay, what colors do you want to add to your fish? I'm going to make my fish orange. I'm going to start with orange. So remember, this was the letter C right here. Cover that up with color. You can use a crayon or a marker. And then we had this slanted line, and this slanted line, and then the top fin, the bottom fin. Okay, and then for the other parts of the fish, I'm going to change it to purple. So this curve here, going to be purple for the scales on the fish. How many little curves did you fit? And here, these little lines, I'm going to make those purple. And the lips, I'll make the lips purple. Now for the eye, I think I want to make the eye purple also. But the middle of the circle of the eye, I'm going to color purple, and I'm going to leave the other circle white. Okay, now let's get rid of some of those pencil lines. Remember that? If you're using a marker, you can cover up the pencil lines, but any extra lines that are still showing, you can erase it. If you're using a crayon, you can't erase the pencil lines because it would mess up the crayon. So just make sure you cover up your pencil. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to add blue on the bubbles, just like that. And I'll show you what it looks like if you're using a crayon. Maybe you have a blue crayon. It could look like this. Put lots and lots of color, make it dark. Keep going and going and going till all of the circle is filled in. Bubbles. Maybe I want to add crayon to the other parts of my fish. What if I add some crayon here on this fin and this fin? Keep going till all the white parts are covered up. Okay, Eisenhower artists, here is our ABC art. A turned into this house drawing. Trace the letter A. Do you remember that? A was right here. B turned into a bunny. Trace where the letter B was. B. And C turned into a fish. Trace where the letter C was, right there, capital C. All right, friends, I had lots of fun drawing this alphabet art. I hope you did too. I'll see you next time.